greatest national security threat and military threat and economic security threat the country faces doesn't come from any enemy without. It comes from our failure to invest in healthy and educated children.
I remember walking to the classroom and feeling a real disconnect. I would be with my friends playing basketball before school, giving dap in the hallways, cracking jokes, talking to girls, living a good life, and then have to walk in the classroom and code switch. And I remember being in classrooms and really feeling that my teachers did not want to see me succeed. I remember feeling almost that school was almost adversarial or opposite for what I had to do in the neighborhood.
There were easily 35 students to a classroom, and there weren't even 35 desks.
90% of the school did the same thing I did, skipped class, left school, and no one seemed to try to find out what the problem was, because it seemed like the school basically didn't care for us.
I came from a home of two parents who were both substance abusers, and then seeing my cousins involved in drugs and having a cousin get shot and my auntie's house get shot at. So seeing all of the things that were taking place in my neighborhood and going to a school where the curriculum I couldn't connect to. The first time I saw an African-American male in my textbook was as a slave.
It was Head Start that the government paid for that put me on the path kind of to reading at an early age. It was people from the church giving me books when I was little that taught me how to read and read at a very high level. It was quality magnet programs in public schools that really pushed me to achieve academically, and then it was Pell Grants that helped me get to college.
The first time that I really felt like I was someone was the first time my fifth grade teacher actually pulled me to the side and said, "What can I do for you to help you as a student?"
What pushed me on this path of higher education and moving on was being introduced to community organizing.
We have to shift the narrative because we have all these teachers without the training or experience, and all they see are the 13-year-old who's misbehaving, because they're 13, but that's all they see. And then they turn on the TV, and all they see is the black male shooting and sagging and things. And we have to change the whole narrative. We have people in these schools teaching these children, but have no understanding about what these children can be because they haven't been exposed to what their children can be, just like the children haven't been exposed oftentimes to what they can be.
Your credentials cannot educate a child. It's your heart and your love for that child and education. That is what's really gonna. And once we realize that teachers are the main vehicles to help children as a whole, that's when we're gonna honestly see a change. When we have equitable funding for all teachers in all school systems, because all children deserve a valuable education. All children deserve teachers who care about them.